your support, all your efforts to take that extra energy and effort and walking that extra mile coming to the show. So, moving forward, I would request the following people so that we can have our first session to kickstart for the summit. May I request Mr. Ishwar to come on stage from Works. Then I'll request Mr. Sunil Kumar. He's running on this social B2B platform where he will enlighten more about what the platform is there to offer to the exhibitors, to the partners, to the community, and to the overall ecosystem. Then I'll request Mr. Roop Narayan Chaudhary. Sir, we would request you to be here on the stage. He is an expert on the security parameters. We would learn more when he talks and give his words of wisdom to us. And I'll request Mr. Champakraj Gujaji to come on stage where he will throw us some light on the future, how it is getting smarter, because we all are talking about technology being smart, future is getting smarter. And also I will request Mr. Chintamani Kuberji to join us on the stage where he will talk about the convergence, the blend between the IT and the mobile industry, where we all say that mobile industry is moving towards mobility and the other convergence options. So I'll just take a seat on the side and will request all the fellow panelists to share some words of wisdom and their thoughts and their perspective that how the market is moving, where the lifestyle is changing, where we talk about that lifestyle is technology. So people say that running after technology is mad. One should not be running after technology, but it is the technology that is making us all run around and getting us all in the common platform. Yes, it also enables many other industries, and that is which we will love to hear from all our fellow panelists, that what do they think about it and where the market is moving. So I'll first like to start from Ishwarji, that how do you feel technology is bridging the gap between the brand providers, service providers, manufacturers, and the consumer? Because consumer may be the last mile, but we would request you to share some key points in short and crisp so that we can share the questions and can go back and forth to all of the fellow panelists so that we can make it engaging for everyone. Ishwarji, to you.
Sure. Hello. Thank you. So, as per my opinion, globally, because everything is shifting from Western world to Indian economy, now the overall technology, it's like whatever happened in Japan, USA, Korea will happen in India, and everything I see, everything is based this technology. They have developed. We are just creating the same ecosystem in India. I feel to drive the country and the economy, the technology is playing a very big role in our country. We have supply chain ecosystem, we have a manufacturing ecosystem, and that is converting everything very fast. Now 5G is coming up. Many things will become very easy and enabling most of the industries across the globe. Indian consumers, the assets is our population currently, and technology adoption is happening very, very quick. You can see the examples of UPI and various other industry where adoption of Indian consumer was so fast. तो मेरे को लगता है कि बहुत ही easy तरीके से जो चाइना और other countries में 20-25 साल में हुआ, वो within next 5 years India will adopt. That's my opinion.
So if I pick a few words, as you rightly pointed out, and very important keywords which you highlighted, is the adoption of technology. You said that the time is getting shorter. So it means that are we getting smarter? Is that where are we moving? So for this, I would love to hear from you, Champakji. What do you feel about being smarter? Now that's a very broad word. So in the relevance of technology and in context to this audience, we would love to hear your viewpoints on this.
Thank you. You asked me a good question. But I like to say that future is smart and smart. Everything is going to get converted into smart. Recently, I visited Taiwan and I saw a smart building where IT, mobility, everything is going to get merged. It's not only IT, it's not only the mobility, it is not only the technology, everything will going to get merged. Your office will be a smart office, your home will be a smart office, your everything will be smart, like a watch. Earlier, watch was only to see the time, date, day, maximum. Today, my smartwatch has got hundreds of functions. Recently, I read in one of the newspaper, one of the person was using a smartphone and he just checked the ECG and it was showing something different than normality. He got a message, rushed to the hospital. He went to the hospital and he came to know that he had a mild attack and he was saved. So your life will be like totally on smart. Today your water meter, your electric meter, everything is going to get demolished. Finished. Your home smart. How much you are using a salt in a month, how much sugar you are using in a month, how much you are using your wheat or any flour, anything, everything will be known as smart. When you put 1 gram of salt in your food, it will be recorded. After some kgs, if it's below 10 gram, you go message to directly to your grocery shop. Your office will be, your table will not be a table. It will be a pure LED table where you can locate everything under your fingertip. So future is smart, and I think everyone should be prepared for that. And today also in morning speech I told, next event of this will be with the IT and mobility. There is a big merger, and don't feel shy or scared. Be ready for that. That is the future. Thank you.
No, thanks, Champak ji, and I'm sure you have inserted some of the smart chips in our organizing team, because you are using the words what we were planning last week and how we want to plan this show as a platform. So I totally agree and I totally support what you said, that the future is getting smarter. Ishwar, I'll come back to you because you are also from the manufacturing perspective. We would love to hear your viewpoints. That are you thinking on the same lines that would you be preparing some smart devices? Yes, a lot of people here are talking about smart watches, but are we talking about smart systems, smart houses, and other electronic gadgets which are part of the lifestyle? But before coming to you, I will first love to understand, because when you said, sir, smart, I would love to hear a viewpoint from Roop Narayan ji, because when everything is getting digital and technology and smarter, we all Indians have a feel कि मेरे पास से कुछ निकल ना जाए, which means that our data, which is the real net worth or the real revenue in the time to come, we would love to hear your viewpoint on the security aspect of it. That one, how you feel that what role data is going to play. Definitely important, but we would love to hear your wisdom on it. And what are the precautionary measures or the futuristic things that we consumers should follow? Even our partners who are exhibiting with us as MAG World Expo, we can even showcase them and invite them to diversify in those fields. So we would love to hear from you.
Good afternoon, the esteemed audience and the panelists. As sir has asked the right question, like how data is important. Now I tell you one thing, the mobile industry has evolved a lot. And in India, which has got a population of 142 crores, out of which the latest survey is, at the end of 2022, there were 68 crores of smartphone users. And it is going to build at a combined aggregate growth rate, CAGR of 10% till 2030. Now the most important thing is that we are using flexi mobiles. We are spending a lot on our mobiles, on our gadgets, But what does it do? It processes information, and the most important thing is our data. Mobile with us, it's a mini office these days. Yes, we are carrying an office on mobile, but the most important thing, what we carry is data. And data is the most important, the mobile, and at the same time, there are data hackers, there are trojans, there are viruses, there are malwares, and there are ransomware functions. So every point of time, we see that, yes, we are under constant threat when you use data. And mobile is what? Like, you know, these days we say 256 GB, 512 GB, 1 TB of memory can be put in a mobile. So data is very, very important until and unless we do have a software or enough methodology to put our data in safe custody. What I mean, mobiles becomes redundant, I'm telling you. Security of mobile equipments is absolutely essentials. And these days, there are mobile security softwares in place, and which has got a market of 4,000 crores in next 5 years.
I'm sure a lot of our exhibitors outside or here in the panel would have been hearing these exciting numbers, which even give an opportunity to diversify the business, even from the manufacturing perspective, creating storage devices. So coming on to you, Mr. Chintamani, when we talk about IT, we talk about mobile, and we heard that future is smart. So what role you see IT is going to play in this world of mobile ecosystem, where everything is converging on a 5.5-inch screen? So how do you see IT playing a role so that it can be an informative for our listeners?
First of all, thanks for having me
Thank
for
you,
this discussion. These all are stalwarts. I know Mr. Champak Bhai or Sir. Uh, we need to understand that if you think 10 years before, we are the IT people. We are already having a mastery on the gadgets. We are already having mastery on the technology. But 10 years before, if we see, there was a boom of a surveillance. And IT people used to say, no, surveillance is not my part. But today, if you see, 50% of IT people are already merged in a surveillance business, and now they are claiming that it is our, because they know the technology, they know the connecting devices. Now, if we see the emerging markets or the growing markets which are coming in a mobility, first of all, previously IT person should say mobility, it's not my, because it's a carrier thing and all this. So we are not related, it's a altogether different technology. But now if we see, it's not like that. Because now 5G is coming, as you mentioned, 5G is coming. Can we imagine how many devices will be connected? Like Champak Bhai said, number of devices will be connected, and we are already having mastery on the connectivity. We are already having a mastery on LAN, WAN, or this kind of topologies. What we can do, we need to expand our vision. Instead of denying or instead of ignoring, if we go in this way that this technology is for us, we want to use it first, we want to understand it first, and then we can use it to expand our business to end limits. Because 5G is going to create all the havocs in the industry, in video or this kind of streamings, and the business which we are doing, like video conferencing or the audio conferencing, data transfer. And as Sir said, that data security is important, but we are already having a mastery on the data security. What we can do, we can propose a different kind of solutions to all our customers, and that data is already we are having. Means if we go positively towards the mobility and this market, already we are having a prospective customer. We are having our own database. We just want to expand our vision. And if we do that, I think we can do a much, much better business with the help of this new technology. Thank
Sure.
you.
I think that's quite insightful. And just taking a shift from a software aspect of technology, which we have really churned out a lot, I would love to hear from Sunil your viewpoint, primarily on the hardware aspect of technology, where we talk about like accessories, we talk about gadgets. And I'm sure when we come back to Ishwar, he would also echo the point, because with manufacture, the point is, how do I reach to the last mile? How do I reach to my consumer? Now that consumer could be a middleman, could be the end consumer. So would you like to throw some light on that, Sunil? How do you play a vital role, and how do you see the future ahead?
Yeah, thank you very much, and good afternoon to everyone. So I'm basically founder and CEO of Ecubase. It's a B2B marketplace. And the problem what he's talking about, the how to connect the brands with the end user. That is a kind of a challenge in today's competitive environment. Firstly, I want to give you a sense about the digital economy. Although we are all talking about the size of the digital economy, but you will be surprised to hear that our country is making a very long stride in this direction. And I'll want to give you a sense that our digital economy by 2030, it will become $350 billion market, right? And so such a huge and humongous opportunity, present in front of us. So, being digital is not an, kind of an option, but it becomes compulsory for everyone to adopt technology and use technology to reach out to, to your end user or end customers, and therefore to add value to your business. So as far as the Ecubase is concerned, Ecubase is a very different kind of a marketplace. It solves the problem of buyer and sellers, wherein the sellers can directly connect with the buyer. And not only simply to the retailers, but also to the large buyers. So basically, today's marketplace is only catered to the one segment where the retailers are only the end user. But here in our case, even the distributors or the large buyers could also be the end user. And there we are basically connecting on a very curated basis. For example, in case of the wholesale and what we call it a retailers market, the retailers not only can choose the product, but also choose the deal. When I say the deal means the various component of the deal. One aspect is that whether my seller is, paying GST on time or not. These are all on the, kind of a discovery basis. You go and compare not only the product, but also the kind of offerings available in the market. Whether I'll get my product on time or not, you can, go and check from the supply location. Whether my seller is paying GST or not on time, you can go and check the information available about the sellers. So therefore, this is not only the product discovery platform, but also it helps the business to connect on a basis which going to increase their ROI also. So therefore, the Ecubase is basically an attempt to democratize I would say, the entire trading system, where we give the equal visibility to every type of brands, not only limited to a bigger brands. Even the smaller one come through. We have got another model which we call a seller-supplier model, where the smaller brands could also come through alpha sellers. So therefore, the idea is that how much create a huge liquidity over the platform, so that let the market benefit, right? Let the brand get the visibility to even the deepest location. And creating a supply chain is a very, humongous task.
So from your supply chain, you are well connected to the brick and mortar stores also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And the smart modern trade formats?
Pardon?
The smart modern trade format stores.
Yeah, no, smart modern trade format is one of our customers, right? So,
Okay.
but we are, in that sense, as I said, that we are very democratic in our nature. So in the sense, we do not differentiate. What we differentiate is that how we connect efficiently to all these, sort of buyers, so that they get their price, they get their service, they get their product on time. So now the basic problem is that, you have got a huge market, right?
Sure.
But how to reach out to those markets, right? So
Sure,
the important thing is that those visibilities are required, and this is possible only digitally.
So Champakji, with your wisdom, as you said, that future is getting smarter. I'm sure there are many things that will come, but that time should be like 3 years, 5 years, or something which you can guide us or advise us, which may be the immediate future, because that will what bring me to Ishwar next, to understand his perspective from the consumer and the manufacturer, because I'm sure they would also have a lot of channels, problems, concerns. So that's very, very important, because when we talk about sci-fi, Wi-Fi, and tables turning into, how practical that technology is in our day-to-day life, because the revenue model is very, very important for people like these, organizations like these.
See, time frame, I can say, it can be 1 year, 2 year, or maybe we just, some technologies, if I don't want, but I have to adopt it. See now, as example, I give it to you just now, in a smartphone, when he checked his ECG and he got it, that he got a mild electric. So that, after listening that, नहीं मुझे नहीं चाहिए लेकिन मुझे चाहिए अभी. It is a part of the life. After Corona and this all happens, people are more conscious about health, more conscious about the fitness. So this will force you to bring it there. So I am thinking this crowd, what is sitting over here, are really there that they want to be forced, or they may not be forced, but they want to come up and be prepared for that. So I want to say that be ready for that. And it might come very soon. See now, smartphone has come, smartwatch has come, smart everything is going to come. And it may take, even government has announced smart cities, but it's not going, it's not practically coming up.
Absolutely.
So like water connection, one of my friends is supplying water connection without the water meters. With the flow sensors, it will count your PC, and it will scan it and tell you this much water is being consumed by you. So tomorrow if it's going to come, definitely one has to go and shift it up. And future, the medicines, alarm, mobile is getting, but for old age people, I have seen in Taiwan, old age people when they're sleeping at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock and morning, 6 o'clock, you have to wake up. That alarm will come with the light, show the medicine photo, the arrow on that, where is the glass of water, how to go use your washroom. They'll follow the lights at night time. So these all are going to be essential, part of their life. And you are not forced, but you are forced. This is what I feel.
Definitely a lot of great insights. So Ishwar, coming to you, I'm sure post pandemic and all these last 18 months, we have heard that has been quite good for the market. But we will not like you to share your profit numbers. But we would love to understand as a Mac platform, that how do you see the products going to the market? How you are envisaging this future technology, and what is your future roadmap to offer to the consumers?
See, technology, we are talking like right now, various words like security and how industry is going to grow. Sir has talked about like Taiwan story, but India is quite behind. I really work on manufacturing things. So when I sell 45-watt charger, people are looking for 2.1 ampere, or some people come and say, my market is 3-tier city, give me 1.2 ampere. That's also okay for me.
Correct.
So for businesses are growing. People still need to grow, end consumer. So business grows, yes, if I do B2B business, I will have a big market available. But for the end consumer, when the per capita income, when that grows, a real market will be created in India. And that is growing, but at a limited pace. Still, like 69% people are below 10,000 salary working, whoever is working. So it's very difficult to talk about, smart product or smart watch or various product. But I realize India has adopted right now the technology and the wave of growth. So very soon, many people will be using those products. Yes, at the low cost, that's fine, but they're using this. In technology, like wearables, I see when wearable comes before 1.5 year in India, everyone was looking as an opportunity. Now it is competition, and it's a huge competition. Nobody wants to enter where noise and boat is working. People say either we need lower price or higher than that.
Correct.
So different segment.
So, you have touched a very good point, and I would love to hear more from you, and then I'll come to, I would say, Champakji. Because wearable, I think we have limited, I just have one feedback for the audience and the industry. I think we have limited ourselves as a wearable only to watch. Like, I'm sure even in the other exhibitions, and Champakji would echo, there were smart shoes. There were smart wearables as t-shirts. So are you thinking something on those lines?
See, as a OEM, we can build many products. Currently, the wave is smartwatch, but there are many wearables which is already developed in developed country. The cost-wise, they are very expensive for Indian market. I think there will be smart glasses as a wearable is coming up now. With less of features where they can't, check heartbeat or other sensors, but with the Bluetooth function, it is available in Indian market. And slowly, I think there will be many products.
Future is there, but step by step, Indian market will evolve.
Yes. But it is growing very fast. So if one brand is getting it, then everybody will get it for sure. So
For sure.
we are just waiting for one brand to get it.
Brand.
That's the market.
So we hope that you bring something new this year, or
Yes, very soon. Many things.
We wish you all the best for that.
Thank you.
So, coming on to you, Roop Narayanji, when we talk about data and security, like even Isho mentioned that lot of population, a higher percentage on the lower strata, and they still are worried about their digital transactions, net banking, mobile banking. But all that is evolved around technology and mobility. So any inputs on those lines from your side?
So absolutely yes. Banking has also come down the operations and come to mobile only. Like today, I wanted to pay back to Sapanda or somebody. Yes, immediately I got his connection and immediately I will transfer the money. Now the question is that, suppose a lot of phishing attacks comes, a lot of trojans comes, and the password that you use, if you are not using proper security, the password can be hacked immediately. And at the same time, at one stroke, somebody gets the whip of your password, immediately the account may get washed away. So that's very, very important in banking transactions. We do most of the time on the move, we do banking transactions, we receive money, we send money, and what I mean, more and more, the limits are also increased. But we should be very, very careful on the safety and security of the equipment, the transactions that we are doing.
Sure. So this
And there are, these days in the software, there has been password manager, password vaults. These are the advanced form of technologies who has been incorporated in the smartphones and
so
tablets.
are you hinting towards a digital locker?
Yes, sir. DigiLockers is there already.
Is already there.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
It's
Sunil, are
virtual,
you
yeah.
following all these protocols? Because as you being the digital platform and doing a transactions between the brands, OEM, and the channels, so how do you ensure that they are having their peace of mind?
Yeah, actually, the data protection law is there in India, so we are complying all the guidelines of the government of India. So therefore, as far as the data protection is concerned, we are taking all the due precautions so that the data is protected and safe in our hands, because there are a lot of financial and non-financial data is being shared by the customers. So we take care of this part. So obviously, technology. So as far as you rightly pointed out, that security is a major concern in today's time. So since our this is hosted over the AWS, where the security protocol is very strong. So AWS where data is very, very secured. Additionally, we are also taking care that nobody can hack it. So we do the testing also time and again. So data is completely protected. And now you don't have a choice, but you have to do it, because there are some regulations are there. And of course, the new data protection law will come, and probably in the light of that, we'll also try to comply with that and upgrade ourselves.
Sure.
That's a continuous process. It's not a one-time
continuous
process. Right, so that's how it is.
Ishwar, I come back to you. There was one point that came in a conversation around health. So when you spoke about wearables and watches, apart from the basic features of walk, miles, and other things, do you feel that watch will play a larger role in terms of our remote health management systems?
Yes, it will. Not the basic one which other people are selling in the market, but in B2B there is a big opportunity in smartwatch in health category, where we are working with a couple of companies in India where we are building a solution where a user wear a health watch, and at the back end doctor can monitor his health with the high end of sensors, where the heart rate and SpO2 are very, very accurate. ECG also can be monitored, and those data can be taken to the doctor's dashboard, which will help to monitor day-to-day life of their patients. So it is going to play a very, very big role.
So are you doing that as a white label or under your brand?
White label, no.
You're doing it as a
So
white
everything is white label.
Is
We are
white
building
label.
for a couple of companies. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you see that as a big upcoming market.
It is going to grow very, very fast. And like one example I said for health with the doctors, but there are opportunity with the insurance company. So insurance companies are saying, just take insurance, wear my watch. Next year, if you run well, if your health is good, your premium will be less.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's how they are
That's exciting.
integrating the smartwatch into this ecosystem. Yeah.
So Mr. Chintamani, it brings me to you, like the way IT aggregator said that mobility is our domain now. So how do you see this convergence happening and adding value to it?
Like if we see that we all are aware that everything is coming from the perspective of IoT, AIS. Our means, okay, servers and these are all very big equipments, but now we are already prepared that our telephone, our fan, our AC, our cooler, our kitchen systems, our light systems, and all these small systems are totally, what we will say, will be connected to each other. And when they connected to each other, there is a common platform for all technologies.
Okay.
What we can do, as a IT people, what we can do, that we can understand the heartbeat of that total technology and circle, because everything is connected to each other. There will be a common platform to understand this, how we can sell. if you are having, means I'm talking from trade perspective, I'm not talking from technical perspective.
Sure.
That suppose if I'm having a good software company or manufacturing company, my customer, they are already technically masters, but the gadgets which they are using and the gadgets which I am selling to them, if I can integrate that, okay, I will give you everything on your mobile, like sir said. Security is his part, that is not our problem. But what we can do, we can get them, we can avail that facility for the customer using this mobility. Because there is a vast opportunities, number of gadgets. And from IT perspective, if we see, there is a ocean. Because every small devices will be connected to each other. You are going to use carrier, you are going to use hardware. When it comes for the hardware selling, ये हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छी बात है क्योंकि कितना हार्डवेयर आप बेचते हो, नंबर ऑफ आइटम्स यू सेल, लेकिन उसके आगे जाके जो टेक्नोलॉजी आपको बेचनी है, दैट टेक्नोलॉजी कन्वर्स टेक्नोलॉजी अपग्रेडेड एंड समथिंग वैल्यू एडेड, means okay, I am giving this type of gadgets, but I can integrate all these systems and their mobility comes. And I think every IT people, small or big, those who are integrators, they need to understand this, do the study of this market, and please go ahead because ये आने वाला है and somebody else will take it down if you don't.
He also mentioned that a lot of brands are following each other, that who takes the first shot, so rest will start following. Rupnan, you want to add something on the security piece to it?
Sir, another important threat which is coming on the security is that lot many smartphones, while being manufactured and imported, they come with lot many apps. You know, the apps take all the informations from you. You'll see that there are a lot of apps coming built in. When you just switch on your new smartphones, you will see that immediately there are a whole lot of apps they are coming. But these apps are also sometimes the spywares are loaded onto that. They monitor what all activities are there, what all bankings are there, what all passwords are there, what all critical applications you are doing on these things. So be very, very careful on the app front. And every time you'll see every Tom, Dick, Harry is coming. You know, I have got that app. Earlier it was Ola, Uber and things like that. Now a lot of apps are coming every day. So when you install an app, be absolutely careful that you have a mobile security software so that it can keep the malicious app at bay. That's very, very important, sir.
No, perfect. So I would like to hold the discussion here and I'll summarize some key points which I've taken from all the fellow panelists with a lot of their great wisdom, and we will open it for the Q&A if we have any from the audience, one or two questions. So like good words we picked up, as you said, IT is moving towards convergence. You prompted about the security and the way we work on the apps. Isho mentioned about the brand, connect, manufacturing, and still India is a very, very price sensitive market. So you have to understand that what is the audience that you are actually looking at. And then we are talking about the platform which gives everyone the business opportunity between the channel partners and the last mile, and where Chempakji summarized in a way that future is smart, smart, and smart. So it's like that's a very strong indication which says that there is a lot to come on technology. But yes, Ishwar also pointed that we have to go in a staggered and a phased manner, because India is a market, you have to see the revenue model and the outcome of it. So I'll leave it open if we have any questions for the fellow panelists from the audience. We can take one or two questions. Otherwise, I would say that there's a lot of food for thought for all of us. So to chew it over a lunchtime, lunch is getting late, and I think it has been a good day, start of the day. So thanks, I will extend my thanks on behalf of Mag World Expo 23, second edition in Mumbai. And thanks to all of you for your support and being there and giving us a lot of informative insights, which are futuristic also, but they also raise our alarms on the current trend in terms of security, convergence, knowing the Indian market in reality right now. Though we are talking very futuristic, but what is the market right now? That's also very, very important to understand. And you spoke about platform and you give a lot of vision around the future being heading. So thanks everyone. And thanks for you all being a very patient and a humble audience to listen all of us. Okay, I'll request all the panelists to be here on the stage, and we'll have request Anita and Swapan to be coming here, and we felicitate our panelists. Can we have some photographs, please, to that? We have Sunil. Ishwarji. And we'll request all the panelists to stay there for one group picture. Sir, abhi aap pakad lo, but we'll get it changed. Yeah. Come, we'll have everyone for a group picture.